Well, hello, blockheads. Welcome to the party. Today we're going to do a product review for something I've been very excited about and waiting to receive. They've been on back order, but I finally got mine in today. DropForce Dominoes by Bulk Dominoes. I ordered 100 of them. They come in these packs of 50. I haven't opened mine up yet, so I can wait and share that experience with you guys. So let's break these babies open. Okay, I was just messing with you. They don't smell bad or anything. Well, first impression, obviously you can tell by just picking up the bag, they feel so much heavier than normal Dominoes. It feels like they're made out of metal, but the feel of them, they feel the same on the outside as a regular Domino, just the normal hard plastic, except for you can obviously tell they are heavier. The Bulk Dominoes website says they weigh 2.3 times heavier than a normal Domino. Let's see if that's true. All right, so this scale, it only has a 1 gram resolution, so we're gonna weigh 10 normal Dominoes and then 10 of these DropForce Dominoes and compare the weight. Let's start with the regular original Dominoes. It's hovering there, so probably 85.5 grams. We'll go with 86 compared to 203. All right, so 203 divided by 86 equals 2.36. Looks like they're right on the money. All right, for our next test, I'm curious about how they sound compared to a regular Domino. So we've got a line of purple Dominoes with regular spacing and a line of DropForce Dominoes regular spacing. Let's do the regular Dominoes first. And the DropForce. Definitely different. How about with a larger gap? I can't tell if they're quieter or it's the fact that the tone they're making is lower, so it seems quieter. I think I can actually figure that out. Fun fact about me, I've been a musician most of my life and I have quite a bit of experience doing music production. So we're in Ableton Live 9 right now. As you can see, we've got 2 audio clips. The first one is regular Dominoes and the second one is the recording of the DropForce Dominoes. So we reset our maximum volume indicator and then we'll go ahead and play the normal Dominoes. Alright, so minus 6.5 decibels. And now the clip of the DropForce Dominoes. And they max out at negative 12.51. Well, it's not exactly scientific, but I think we can say that DropForce Dominoes are quieter than regular Dominoes. So I'm curious if they perform the same as regular Dominoes with some standard domino tricks, so let's try a fainter. Works fine. Now I'm wondering if regular Dominoes are able to trigger a fainter made out of the DropForce Dominoes. Let's give it a try. Works. Now that's got me curious. How many regular Dominoes will it take to knock over a DropForce Domino? So we've got a 15 millimeter gap, regular purple Domino, DropForce. Let's see if it works. Okay, 1's not enough. How about 2? There you go, only takes 2. How about a normal tower? Jeez, the thing smashed the table pretty hard. How about a small speed wall? Oh, interesting. And I even used a guide to build that to make sure the spacing was right, so something to consider. Let's try another speed wall. This time I added some dominoes in the gaps. That's a pretty normal thing to do. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oof. It fell, but I think it didn't really fall like they normally do, with the bottom row going out first. So speed wall is probably not a good thing to build with a DropForce Domino. So as I've gotten my hands on these DropForce Dominoes and played with them, I kind of realize now that they actually do feel a little bit different on the outside than a regular Domino. They're more grippy, kind of more rubbery. So, here's an example with 2 regular Dominoes, they slide no problem. The DropForce, hear that friction? So I noticed it when I was doing a fainter, because when I normally do a fainter, I just hold a domino against the front, put my thumb there, and this one slides easy, right? With these ones, when I was building it, see, it's difficult. It wants to grip. So that might have played a factor too in why those speed walls weren't falling apart, because, these things, that's one thing, they really feel solid when you put them up. And if they were gripping each other a little better, maybe it was having a hard time, slipping and sliding like that. But it's probably mostly due to the extra weight. To the defense of DropForce Dominoes, I don't think they're intended to be used like regular Dominoes. They call them DropForce for a reason. I think their main purpose is to be used to knock over structures when you need that extra weight. Maybe that grippiness was intentional. It would make sense. It would help the dominoes stick together better when they're falling over to knock something over. So I'm getting really curious about how they got so much weight packed into these things. I mean, the way I see it, there's only two ways they could have done it. Either it's just a more dense material they're using, or they've got something inside here, like a piece of metal that's coated with this other material. There's only really one way to find out. You guys think I should cut one in half? But I don't want to cut up one of my new babies. All right, I'll do it for you guys. This seems a little unsafe. Eye protection. Fine, I'll use a hacksaw. Through. First thing I can say is that it's all one uniform material, which makes sense. You know, if you tried to put like a piece of metal in the middle of it, it seems like it'd be really hard to get the balance just right. I took one of the halves and I sanded it to get the saw marks out of it, and it just looks very uniform. So it's some sort of dense material. It's different than the material, obviously, that regular dominoes are made out of. It feels maybe a little bit more rubbery. Here's some of the dust from when I sanded this one. And I'm wondering if it's magnetic at all. I couldn't find my neodymium magnet, so let's just try this fridge magnet and see if it works. Nothing. Okay. Because I was thinking maybe they put metal powder in there, which is still possible. It might just be a metal that's not magnetic. I tried to smell it to see if there's any sort of distinct smell while cutting it, like a rubbery smell or anything. There's no smell, so apparently they made some sort of a secret recipe material. Cool stuff. So what conclusions have I drawn from my first impression of these DropForce Dominoes? They're cool. I mean, they are what they say they are. The weight is 2.3 times more. Their surface is a little bit grippier, so that's something to consider. I did notice that some of them had a couple little tiny chips come off the corners when I was doing some of the walls and other things where they knocked over, so that kind of makes sense. They are heavier. It's a lot more force being pushed on them. Like I said earlier, I don't think they're intended for that necessarily, but who knows what these things are capable of. You know, I'm going to experiment with them, try out some more things, and I've got to say, Bulk Dominoes, good job. You guys got yourself a win. This is a great product. It's cool. I'm pretty sure you probably already knew that since they've been on back order for like 2 months, but way to go. It's a good idea. You know what the next thing is? I've been thinking about this for quite a while, is having some solid metal dominoes. Can you imagine having dominoes made out of a solid chunk of copper, aluminum, or even stainless steel? That satisfying tink it would make as they hit each other. I bet they cost a lot, but man, that'd be cool. I have one last thing I want to mention, but before I do, I want to say that this video hasn't been sponsored by Bulk Dominoes at all. I paid for these with my own money, and I'm saying that because I gotta give them a shout out for their new shirt design. These new shirts are awesome. I mean, this is the kind of shirt I would wear this thing even if I wasn't into dominoes. So whoever's in the marketing department and came up with this, good job. Seriously. Well, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this product review video. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, happy building, friends.